I'm a Jewish woman. My name is Mayan Eden, and sitting with me is Mozah Alkindi, an Emirati Arab woman. We want to show you what sisterhood looks like in the new Middle East. So, Mozah, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, and it's really good to see you again.
Thank you so much. And it's really good to see you too.
You as well. So, I wanted to ask you, what does an empowered woman look like here in the Emirates?
Well, an empowered woman here is educated, confident, is someone who chooses her path, whether it's a career or a business or being a mom. It's her personal choice, and someone who is tolerant and she wants to do in her life.
Nice. As a Jewish woman and as an Arab Emirati woman, we have a lot of similarities. The world likes to portray our differences, but I want us to talk today a little bit about our similarities. Can you list me some of them?
Sure. First of all, we as women, we understand each other better than anyone else, and we have so many common things. We believe in faiths and we respect our culture, our society, and our families. We love life and we love to be successful. We love to be independent and we love to be educated, to learn, to live this life and be connected to God and pray. And I think there is a lot if we think about it, and we should be grateful to every similarity and commonality between us, and we should celebrate it and focus on it more.
I agree with you. How is it that in the Emirates it became so important for women to have higher positions and for women to be empowered?
Well, it's an accumulation of so many factors, and it just used to happen even in the past. And then when the UAE became one country, it was Sheikh Zayed, our visionary leader. He was the one who insisted that women must get their education because at that time, the illiteracy rate among girls and women, it was 100%. There was no education for them. So he insisted that girls and women should get their education. And that was the start, the spark. And from education, you start everything. And today, I mean, it's totally different than what it was before the unity of the country. And we are all really proud of it. There is this priority for the leadership and for the community itself to empower women and girls, whether in education, working. That's why 70% of the graduates of colleges and universities are women. We also have a gender balance council in the UAE that encourages the representation of women, especially in the leadership positions. And it's working real well. And it ensures that women are represented really well, whether in the government sector or the private sector.
How does it feel to be part of a generation that empowers women? And you're living it live right now. How does that feel to you?
I'm really proud, grateful. I'm so happy. And it's a privilege to be a woman here in this country. And I just want to give back to the society and to the country because they've done a lot. And I know in the past, because of the situations, because of how life was difficult then, especially for women, and now it's totally different. And I just want to be better example and take all these resources and succeed and do something meaningful.
Absolutely. How do we inspire other Arab and other Jewish women around the world to reach their goals and aim higher?
Well, we do this personally, and when we succeed, I think we inspire others without saying anything to people, without lecturing them. I think when we are the example, people will look and they will see that, yeah, this is working, and they're going to be inspired by it. And we shouldn't be shy of showing how successful we are or how ambitious we are.
I can't agree with you more. I think that's a beautiful message. Mozah, tell me a little bit about the Emirates so people can get an idea of what's really going on here and inspire them. Go for it.
Well, the UAE is an example in the Middle East of possibilities, that everything is possible. Success is possible, and tolerance is possible, prosperity is possible, peace is possible. And that's why in the UAE, we chose the path of peace and tolerance. We have the Ministry of Tolerance, and they have a lot of initiatives that goes in the society and in institutions. It's an open country for not only tourists, but any entrepreneur, anyone who has an idea, who wants to accomplish something, who wants to live here and get to know about the UAE and get to know Emirati people. so they can come. That's why we have more than 8 million people living in the country who are not from the UAE. They love living here and they enjoy their life and they build their careers, their families. And the reason we are here is because back in 2020, a peace agreement happened called the Abraham Accords. And that was a moment that changed the whole Middle East. And maybe today the situation is a bit difficult and challenging, and some people are kind of questioning the effectiveness of the peace agreements, but we are here as an example to say that they are effective, they are working, and they are here to stay. And it opened that possibility for other countries as well, that they can do the same, whether through the Abraham Accords or their own peace agreements. Peace is possible.
How do we create more peace between Arabs and Jews, especially with the current climate?
They need to know each other. They need to communicate with each other, because without communication, there is judgment and there is ignorance. You don't know anything about the person. You only know what you hear about the person. And most of the time, that's negative. So the best thing is to communicate, to be curious, and put the judgments aside. I know it's difficult for humans not to judge, but sometimes it's good to remind ourselves to put our judgments aside and get to know each other. You can start with one person and then two and then three, and you can see it's working, because at the end of the day, you will not get along with everyone. Not everyone is going to be your friend. But the more you get to know people and you communicate with them, the more you realize what is common between you and them. And there's something there that we can build on, and that relationship, even if it starts like a superficial introduction or getting to know each other, then it might turn out to be a friendship, and that friendship could last for a very long time.
Yeah, and the truth is that when we speak, we start realizing how many similarities we have. I'll give you a good example. Just the other day, somebody asked me, how many common Jewish and Arab holidays do we have? Muslim and Jewish
Oh,
holidays. I didn't even know myself. And then we
yeah,
started listing them off, and I said, oh, wow. So out of the 7 that we have, you have 4 of them that relate to ours. And then we have a lot in our language as well. So many
yeah,
words. If you look at, let's say, Allah, Allahum, and
yeah,
Elohim, it means God.
yeah,
We start realizing how many things we have in common, right?
yeah.
Salam, shalom,
And
peace.
all these religions, they started from the Middle East.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
this is the origin. It's just beautiful.
Absolutely. Let's create more of a paradise. I really want to empower more women around the world, especially Arab women and Jewish women, to have a voice, to speak out, and to really reach their goals and go aim for it and succeed in everything they can. So thank you so much, Mozah, for
Thank
having
you.
me here. And I really enjoyed this podcast with you.
Thank you so much. Me too.